Hey, what's up guys? This is Seriously Silly with another video. This one is concerning the dye rotor. I recently came upon a dye rotor with the LED that's not functioning. Now I've seen a couple of posts out there of people's LEDs in the rotor not working anymore, just plainly dying out. And you know, I fell in that category. And what I did was I went on the internet trying to find information or guides out there that would talk about replacing LEDs. And you know, I went through PB Nation, I went through YouTube. Nothing too much. I mean, I've seen a couple of posts asking questions, but and they would just answer about the virtue boards and everything like that. So what I wanted to do was make my own video on my progress in replacing the LED in the rotor board. This one came with the LED working sometimes, and sometimes it wouldn't. It would just flicker. So unfortunately, what I already did was I don't know if you could see it up there, but I already took out the LED from the board before I realized that I could make a video, and hopefully that will help others in trying to replace the LED in their board if they ever wanted to. So basically, one of the first things that I did was check the voltage on the board. So I wasn't sure if I needed a resistor or, you know, I needed a different kind of LED in there. So what I did was basically just check the voltage that's coming out, and to also see which one is the positive and which one is the negative end. So as you can see, wait, let me just bring it there and take the negative and the positive and see that it's about 4.38 volts. I'll do that again. Yeah, so it's about 4.4 volts right there. So what I'm going to do is go ahead with a 3.5, you know, just a regular LED. Now my concern is being able to fit a 3mm in this spot right here. I have a couple of SMDs, but it seems to be smaller than the original one. It's a little bit tinier, which I could use and just bridge the gap, but not too many people have those SMDs. The only reason I have them was from modifying Xbox controllers and you know, the consoles and putting lights in there. So basically I'm going to try it first to install the 3mm ones, which are cheaper and easier to get a hold of at your, you know, at the local Radio Shack or electronics store right there. So one of the few things that I did was take one of the LEDs that I had and basically just test it. So I'm gonna test it for you to see if it would just burn out or anything like that. But if I put it on the lead, I don't know if you could see it right there, but I'm just trying not to put it in. There we go. So basically this should allow you to change whatever color you want on the board. So that's what this video is going to be about. So for this video, or for this rotor, I chose one of the highest red LEDs that I had, which is a 3mm 11,000 MCD, only because I have a black and red rotor. So basically that's why I'm choosing the red one, and just to see, you know, about how bright it's going to be, I'm going to use this one. Hopefully it'll be very evident in the button once everything is completed. Now, as far as my plan is, what I'm going to try and do is basically bend the leads of the LED so that it can sit on the board, taking minimal space. And what I might even try and do is maybe sand some of the lip of the LED to take less of a space. I don't think it's really going to matter much, but anything helps at this point in trying to fit everything I can into this one. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is what I'm actually going to try and trim the little the lip right around the base to basically give me a little bit more room to fit it under the button and the battery leads. So what I'm going to try and do is carefully do that with the Dremel and make sure I don't go too far in. Sorry. Alright, so that wasn't too bad at all. I don't know if you could see it right there. Around the base, it's trimmed. And hopefully now what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to go ahead and bend it to one side and connect them. So what it's going to do, or what my plan is to make it face out towards the button so that it's even going to be brighter. So it's going to be pointing out that way with the positive side on my right side. Okay, now as far as the board goes, what I'm going to try and do is trim off just a little bit from the battery connector leads to give me a little bit more room in there. I'm not going to go all the way down to the circuit board, but basically just a little bit from the top so that I can fit it in there with a little bit more room. That should be enough. Here is how much I've trimmed off. Basically just a little tiny bit. And what my plan is, I'm going to try and fit it in there right that way. So when the button pushes, it'll activate the LED and I'll be able to, it'll work. So after some folding of the leads or the legs of the LED, and I was able to fit it in there. Now the next challenge is to basically connect the leads for the original LEDs on the board with the legs of the LED. It shouldn't be too hard. If you can see here, it's already exposed, so just a little bit of solder here and a little bit of solder on the right side should secure the connection. Okay, so here we have my lifetime supply of rosin. As you can tell, I haven't really used it much. It's been a while. And my 15-watt soldering iron that I used for the Xbox mods and whatever. And I would recommend to just use the 15 watt instead of 30 watt. It's going to be hotter. you'll just increase your chances of ruining electronics on the board if you go hotter or higher. And 15 watts is good enough for this application or any other application that you might be doing. So basically, this is how I've bent the LED and the legs. And what I'm going to do is just apply a little bit of solder to connect the points of the positive and the negative. So looking from this angle, this side is the positive, and where the screws are is the negative side. So what I'm going to do is just get a little bit of solder on the tip and secure it. Just nice light touches. I'm just trying to put just a little bit to make that connection. You don't want to put too much and then have to clean it up. That's a big pain if you have to do that. Again, just a little bit of solder on the tip. And just apply it to where you want it. Okay. So it looks to be a little secure. And here we go. Success. Nice deep red. And basically the next step is to cut the excess legs of the LED. Again, here's a close-up of how I've done it. Hopefully it's coming out clear on the video. Basically just put solder on the sides, and I'm just going to clip the excess. Sorry, keep forgetting how to keep it low for the camera. Alright, again, bam, right into the camera. Okay, so basically that's how I'm going to run this LED, and I shouldn't have any problems with it. So basically I'm going to put everything back. Buttons back. Put the, where's the lid? Here we go. Oops. Let me take that out. I didn't want to lose all the pieces, so I'll just put it in there. Come on. Alright, so here we go. You know what? Let me just take care of this soldering iron. I don't want to burn myself again. Again, yes. I've said again too many times. Forgetting that it's on. Stepped on it, got a nice burn on my legs, actually on my foot, a couple on my arms, just from being lazy and stupid. So safety first. Alright guys, safety first. Actually burned a little bit of the rug where I would do my mods, and fortunately haven't been caught yet, so I've covered it up really well, pretty well. I haven't and I picked it up pretty quickly, but one of my worst burns was I let the iron right off the, at the edge of the table. I kind of knocked it off, tried to catch it, and guess what end I caught. So basically I'm going to do another test. Here we go. So hopefully this will help you out. Anybody out there that's willing to do this mod and help you out with changing the LED or replacing the busted ones that you might have. This will help you customize your rotor without having to sand it out or buy the Virtue board. So, and this will be able, you'll be able to customize it to match your rotor. There are many colors of LEDs out there, red, green, blue, white, purple, whatnot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put everything together. That's basically it. Again, thanks for watching. The reason I wanted to put this video was to hopefully help you guys out there and rescuing. Nah, I shouldn't really say rescue your rotor because it's working, but just to wait. What am I doing? What am I doing? Wrong. Like I said, hopefully get it back to how it was, you know. And for the ones out there that want to have or customize their own rotor with the color that they want, they can do that also. And like I said, the reason I wanted to do this was when I was looking online, there was hardly any information. So this is just my little part in giving others some help and out there. Alright, that's what I forgot. Come on. Of course I'm trying to rush because I only have 3 minutes of battery life, and I'm trying not to have to connect it to the wall charger and do it all in one shot. So excuse me for trying to rush and actually making it a little bit longer. Alright, I got 3 minutes and counting. 3 minutes and counting. See if I can actually put this all together, show you the final product. Okay, see what happens when you try and rush instead of doing it right the first time. Those things can happen. Alright. Alright, here we go. Let's see. 2 minutes in the battery counter. Let's see if I can do it. So I'm glad this went well. This is actually the first time I'm doing it. I didn't practice on another rotor or LED, whatever. So that's how practically easy it is if you feel comfortable in soldering. It's a nice, easy way to customize your rotor or replace the burnt out LED. So as always, I'm glad to be able to make these videos. Hopefully that helps any of you out there with replacing the LED. If you like it, please feel free to make comments. That would be great. And also subscribe. Thanks a lot. Peace.